Book review time! I'm going to review a book I just recently read, and I think it's pretty amazing, and I think it can benefit a lot of you authors and artists out there because it's actually really good, and it hit home with me on several topics. I've seen this book around, this book specifically, but I've never actually bought it. It was actually a gift from a very good friend of mine, Serena. Thank you, Serena. I love you. She found it and bought it for me for Christmas. So this being my first book review, I'm going to review as much of it as possible, as quickly as possible. So first we're going to start with the cover, back and forth. I love the colors. They're very bright. They're happy. You've got pinks and yellow and purple. It really just catches your eye because it's bright and colorful. And I love how they did like the color explosions. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks like bombs of colors just popping everywhere. It was a really cool idea, and I really love the layout of the book. The content itself and how the chapters are put together is actually really straightforward. Overall, I really enjoyed the cover. I thought it was beautiful, and the content is even better. When I first read this book, I didn't know what to expect. I don't know who Elizabeth Gilbert was or who she is in matter of speaking, and I just sort of was like, I don't know what to expect. After reading the book, or shortly after getting into a couple chapters, I was like, oh, she's an author. Oh, perfect. Because I'm an author, so I was like, this is cool. There were so many things about this book that really hit home with me on my author journey and her author journey. And I was very shocked to see that my mindset isn't unique. Like, it's not something that I'm like all by myself on. Actually, her mindset is very similar to mine. So I was very happy to read that. It was like, oh, I understand what she's talking about. I understand what she's trying to say to people. I'm like, oh, thank you. This is exactly what I needed to read right now. So in short, I'm going to summarize what I read and why you should read it. Today I'm going to be reviewing New York's bestseller book, Big Magic. That's what it looks like, by Elizabeth Gilbert. Big Magic is, from my perspective, Elizabeth's way of sharing her journey with fellow authors and artists out there, but also leaving bits of advice as she has learned on her journey and how to change your mindset from an old medieval style mindset of you have to suffer in order to create magical, wonderful art. We don't want that mindset anymore. And in fact, it doesn't create magical art. It usually hurts you more than anything. Any artist or author from any level of their journey can read this book and find something to relate to. Whether it's the struggle of being a writer or an artist, whether it's just trying to figure out what you want to do as an artist. It is a struggle. Being an artist or an author is hard. It's not something that just comes and it's like, oh, I magically write down stuff and it's perfect every time. No, there's always a struggle no matter what type of thing you're creating. Her book kind of helps you realize that it's perfectly normal to struggle and you can enjoy the whole journey. Her book basically steps on the whole topic of artistic suffering, and she teaches or advises us to step outside of it. You don't have to suffer to create. That's the end of it. You just don't. You can enjoy the journey. It's okay. In fact, it's more than okay. That's what you want to do. If you're an author or a writer or an artist of any type, you want to be able to enjoy your journey because then real magic happens. And that's what's most important, because then you're enjoying it and more amazing stuff can come out of you when you're enjoying life and at your best. That's, I believe, what her point was of this book. Overall, I really enjoyed this book. I enjoyed the read. It was very easy. As I said before, I'm not a really big reader. I'm getting into reading more because I'm forcing myself, but this was an easy read. It flowed very nicely. I could put the book down and walk away and come back and not be completely lost. There wasn't a huge jumble of words that I was like, I need 5 dictionaries for this. For me, as just a simple reader, this was a very enjoyable book. I enjoyed how it was laid out, I enjoyed the topic, and I enjoyed her writing. It was beautiful, actually. Very much enjoyed it. I agree with the majority of what she was saying, aside from the religious beliefs. She said a lot and had a lot to say and shared a lot without discriminating from anybody, and her overall view wasn't people-pleasing. It was just stating the honest truth, and I really enjoyed that. It was just a breath of fresh air. She didn't try to please everybody. She just told what she thought and left it at that. It was very nice. It was very refreshing. Elizabeth Gilbert enjoys her author journey, and she's encouraging us to enjoy our journey as artists and authors as well. And I think that's very wonderful. And I think that this book is definitely worth the money if you're an author or an artist, or both, because an author is an artist, whatever you are, artist, author, writer, drawer, illustrator. I think this is a great book to read. It's simple, honest, and it's encouraging. So if you are, check this book out on Amazon, Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. No, this is not sponsored. This is just honestly my opinion and what I think about this book. I think it was wonderful. I definitely recommend you read it. And let me know what you think of it if you read it too. And that's all I got for you today. That was my review of Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. I thought it was amazing. So check it out, and if you like this video, hit that like and subscribe button. Don't forget to check out my other videos, and if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can also follow me there at Write with Cecilia. So have a great day, everybody, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!